emergency rule in Anambra to protect electoral process, with the writer saying counter groups likely in Southeast against IPOB, says Umahi. APGA, PDP, Samba disagree with Malami. Afenifere describes consideration as self-indicting. Falano, emergency rule does not empower presidents to remove governor. And moving up, Arise news to facilitate availability of new sickle cell drug in Nigeria. And on page 42, U.S. moves release of emergency reserves to curb rising oil prices. And finally, downwards, federal government will borrow to finance 6.258 trillion naira 2022 budget deficit. And that's on page 5 of this day paper.
And we got the Guardian next. Banner headline there, 2022 budget. Expect more borrowing to finance 6.258 trillion naira deficit, says the federal government. PDP kicks as federal government threatens emergency rule in Anambra over insecurity. Moving downwards. Finally, WHO okays first malaria vaccine for most vulnerable children there. Ugwani Committee report splits Northern PDP leaders ahead of NEC meeting. And bandits kill IG, or 16 persons, loot, raze houses in Katsina. Wike canvasses upward review of the revenue allocation to states. Let's stop there.
Right now to the Punch paper, it says, don't harm our future. Experts warn government, federal government plans more loans. With the writer saying Naira will fall further, inflation will rise, debt servicing would worsen. Coming from experts, and governors will continue to borrow to finance projects. No money, says ministers. And Upward says Nigeria lost 221.64 billion naira in July to oil production stoppages, coming from NNPC, and that's on page 30. Federal government considers taking states to Supreme Court over VAT saga. Anambra killings, PDP alleged rigging plot. Obiano kicks as federal government moves emergency rule. Now moving further, says, everywhere I go, I'm asked to contest 2023 presidential seat, coming from Kalu. IBE, the sea throws communities into darkness. Residents scare officials with sacrifice, and that's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. Court summoned Fani Kayode's ex-wife over alleged document falsification. Female ex-NIS officer arrested for scamming job seekers collecting 34 million naira. Lagos Abeokuta Highway, protesters threatened to ground Ogun, issued 21-day ultimatum. 2 Randy Ekiti men remanded for scaling fence, raping 60-year-old in mother's room. And finally says, can reconstitute prayer panel against killings, kidnappings and others. And that's on page 11 of the Punch.
Next is The Nation. Minister, government will borrow to fund 6.2 trillion naira budget deficit. Let's move to the upper part of the paper. Petrol landing costs hits 265 naira per litre. State of emergency likely in Anambra. Sanwo-Olu ex-governors eulogize Ndubisi Kanu protest in Ogun over Abeokuta Lagos Road. The last one there, showdown likely at PDP NEC meeting over zoning.